I waste a fucking $600. My GPU. This is my GPU that I got for like $90. GTX 960, 4 gig. It's perfectly clean. I put new thermal paste in it, everything like that. I just left some dust in there because I was too lazy to clean some. And this pen's gonna be. Oh, maybe that's why it's also broken. And this was the power connector I was using. It was a VGA G5 from my brother's power supply because he had. I didn't mind for some reason. It come with this cable, even though we did get the same power supply. So and he had one left over since he has a GPU that doesn't need power supply because he has like a mini ITX GPU on his PC build. And whenever I boot my computer, everything turns on, right? Let me turn on my TV because my monitor's unplugged at the moment. Whenever I turn it on, it turns on like normal, but there's no signal coming out, even though it is directly plugged into the motherboard. Because the GPU's taken out, of course. You know, it's directly plugged into the motherboard. If I change the input, it's just the input that detects. Still nothing. And then I'm like, okay, I did update my BIOS to like a 2019 BIOS, and I'm like, okay, so 2000. I did update this to like a 2019 BIOS. The motherboard, so it may fix my error code 43 issue to my UVGA. The UVGA just doesn't no longer support this GPU anymore. So I have to get the drivers from NVIDIA, but NVIDIA doesn't let me download drivers. So what I had to do is I tried updating my BIOS, that didn't work, and I bricked my motherboard. My motherboard's practically bricked, and nothing's working. It's just giving power, nothing else. And I was reading on it, Gigabyte, and like, oh, everything powers on, no signal from the motherboard or the or the or the GPU. And then we brick motherboard, and I'm like, oh, come on. Everything's working just fine. The motherboard was perfect condition. It was literally brand new, and $600 down the drain. Well, it's gonna be a while until I'm gonna have a computer. I mean, I do have a MacBook, which I don't know where it is, but I don't like gaming on it. It's kind of annoying to game on. Well, but I do got a PlayStation though, which is kind of dumb to game. Or not kind of dumb, but I have some games on PC that I would like to play on PlayStation, or some games games I would like to play on PlayStation, but I can't play because my motherboard's bricked. See, GPU's being dumb, and I just need to find a solution. Well, good night, guys. I'll figure something out.